Hello, welcome to Soulprint Insights. I'm really glad you're here today. So, I have released previous videos on this channel regarding energy vampires. And if you haven't seen it, I really encourage you to check out the playlist. It'll be under Masudius, the Masudius subtitle. But I thought today would be a really good day to just sort of revisit that and get some additional or new information from Masudius with regards to energy vampires. And part of the reason I'm wanting to look at that and sort of do this little bit of a refresher course is that as light workers start gearing up and becoming more clear on their focus and moving forward and doing those things that they feel passionate about doing. It's very, very important that everybody sort of hangs on to their own energy. And if you're in situations where you're dealing with people who are hurting, who are very needy, who are, lost, they can attach to you because your energy is lighter, brighter, and more stable. And so it's very attractive to them. That attachment then creates a situation where they're sort of draining your energy. And in many cases, it's unwitting. I mean, they don't know. They just know that, wow, they always feel so much better when they hang out with you, or, it's just so easy to talk to you. And then you, on the other hand, are like, oh my God, like every time I talk to this person or interact with this person, I'm like drained. Okay, they're not doing it on purpose. They just are attracted to your light. And so it's time once again to just remember that we are fields of energy that surround a physical being. The energy is us, the body is the vessel. Okay. So let's take a look and ask the studios if they could please come forward and share with us some additional insights, suggestions, or guidance in terms of keeping energy vampires at bay and holding our energy intact. Hello, Soulprint family. Again, we are so honored to have this time with you. And these are important questions that maintaining your energy, sharing it as you wish to share it, as opposed to having someone sort of help themselves. The first thing we want to remind all of you of is it does not matter how divinely inspired your soul purpose is, your soul print, the reason, the expansion of you and your energy. It is fundamentally important that you always maintain your energy and keep yourself safe and focused. It is often when one is doing what they passionately love to do, when people are moving forward and they feel like they have real clarity about the path forward and what they're doing, that they sometimes can simply forget to take care of themselves because they become so involved. And it's important that you remember that no matter the amount of energy around you, there are often going to be limitations created as a result of the fact that your soul surrounds a physical vessel. And so it becomes more important to take care. Now, as people become worried and stressed out and anxious, they reach for calmness, they reach for clarity. And oftentimes, they forget to remember that no matter what comes towards you to offer help and assistance, whether that is, just somebody who it's really good to talk to, or, opportunities to explore different things from different directions and get some more clarity, whatever it is, whatever that looks like, that is a willing sharing of energy. And that is not what we're talking about when we're talking about the vampiring of energy. That happens when those very people who are looking for that support, that guidance, that help, that calmness, that clarity, when they choose to receive any healing or help completely externally, so from an external source, in doing that, they miss one of the very necessary components of that kind of healing or clarifying, and that is the internal component. That is the connection internally. Because ultimately, all answers are found within self. What surrounds you are the synchronicities, it is the gut feelings, it is the intuitions. But if you are not doing your own soul searching, if you are not connected, it makes it very difficult for you to reach out and grasp the internal answer, which will give you the answers. And so that is where the problem comes, because people who are reluctant to go still, people who do not want to spend that time being quiet and actually connect with their own feelings, are going to turn to an energy source, and that will give them what they're looking for, kind of basically without the hard work, and they will attach. And they then start draining your energy. And it's very, very important that as the energies become stronger and at a higher vibration, it's very important that you be very mindful of guarding those energies. This is the other thing that is important to remember. Energy boils down to a frequency. And if there is lower conscious energy and it is trying to attach to something that is significantly higher energy, it's very difficult for them to make that transition. They can't make the leap because the energetic leap that they're trying to accomplish is simply too big a leap, too big an expansion. And their lower consciousness energy cannot really grasp that higher vibrational energy. And you can see when that happens, because they will continue to reject any idea or notion that they are responsible, that they have free will and choices, and that ultimately, sometimes bad things happen to good people. Sometimes good things happen to bad people. And frankly, when you remove those kinds of labels, then the truth of the matter actually surfaces, which is sometimes good things happen to people and sometimes bad things happen to people. But people who are experiencing a difficulty and refuse to look internally, become that drain. And so it's very important to be mindful of that. And there's all kinds of exercises that are particularly helpful. And because this is the Insights group, we know that you are aware of the importance of meditation, of staying balanced, of creating shields around you so that you give the energy as it needs to be given or as you are inspired to give it, and you keep yourself protected in such a way so that you don't have this excessive neediness sort of draining you. And there are many kinds of attachments. There's many kinds of vampiring. Some people, it takes place in an obsessive sort of relationship or love situation, or, some people, it takes part in a home environment or a social environment where you have, people who are either monopolizing your time, people who are putting you down, because that's how that works, right? If they can bring you down, if they can say enough negative stuff to you, that allows your vibrational levels to come down a bit, and then it's easier for them to attach. So that's also something to be really mindful of. Sometimes it happens in work environments where you see, frankly, a bully throwing their weight around. Hi, Nova. Throwing their weight around because that's what they need to do to feed their own ego. Really important to become mindful of those kinds of interactions so that you can have shields in place. And again, there have been videos done about, putting your shields around you in the morning and having them there. Remember, those of you who can see, those of you who are sighted or can hear, that is at your choice. You can ask that those messages, so intuitive messages, the spirit messages, that they be reduced or minimized so that you can control them. Just because you are labeled a light worker, it does not mean you are on call 24/7. You have to remember to find and achieve that balance. We will look at doing a guided meditation for protection, taking into consideration and account the shifting vibrational energy levels to ensure that people have a easy way of connecting to their energy to allow them to create the shields that they need to have in place so that they truly can function at optimum level in both the giving and the receiving process. It is very, very important to always be really mindful of the awareness of your energy, the power of your energy, the strength of your energy. And it is also important to be very mindful of how that energy can become drained or weakened. As the veil continues to shift, it will become easier and easier to connect with those higher levels of consciousness you would call beyond the veil. The veil thins. And so those communications become easier. However, again, it is important to remember that there is energy everywhere, and those frequencies are shifting and lightening. It is not only between the veil, it is energy shifting in terms of your own intuitive abilities, your own psychic abilities. It is energy shifts that take place with your creative talents. It is energy shifts that take place with, in some cases, gently shutting the door on one situation so you can open up a new situation. Everything is energy and everything is always in motion, and your thoughts and your thinking are always creating the world in which you see and live in and operate in. And the more connected you are to yourself and recognizing your power, your energy, and frankly, your limitations, the more easily will these transitions go. Because remember, many of you are going to be, or have, or are going to be experiencing rapid development of those psychic intuitive gifts. That's what thinning the veil does. And so comes the awareness that we are all one and we all come from one place. And that the difference in vibrational energy is simply the difference in vibrational energy. And so it is important to always be aware of where your energy is, where your vibration is sitting, so that you maintain that level, that frequency, and continue to grow and evolve in a way that is safe, in a way that is not exhausting, and in a way that actually works to enhance or bring balance to your life. Because as was discussed on the previous video, part of that shifting and changing that is going on now are people struggling in many ways to find new priorities or perhaps corrected priorities. And so everything is hand in hand. They are not separate and individual. Your paths ahead are light-filled. They are joyous. There is senses of accomplishment and purpose. And that is wonderful. But it's very important that you maintain your balance so that the energy you release, the energy you share and give, that is done of your accord, not somebody else's desire to not do their own work to get the answers that they seek. Well, each of you are your brother's keeper. The brother must also take responsibility for the choices that are made and how that impacts their forward growth. Can only ever offer opportunities for insight, guidance, and healing. That's all you can do. The rest must come from their own acceptance or rejection of. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to share these insights at this time. We remain, at this time, Masudius. Thank you. All Masudius information is copyrighted under my personal name. Just in case you're new to the channel and you haven't heard that, it's, it's mine. It's my work, and it's copyrighted to me. I love sharing it. Again, let me know if there's specific areas that you would like to delve into, take a deeper look at. Let me know. Things are kind of busy in my world, and so I'm going to do everything I can to sort of keep a schedule, but I also need to ensure that my energy levels stay balanced. But, do let me know what direction you want some of these channelings to go in. Until next time. Stand in your power and stand in your light. Bye for now.